Two people, the same bone knee, the same treatment, their own bone marrow. One is still walking comfortably years later. The other is back where they started within months. Same treatment, same bone marrow, opposite results. Most people assume one batch of marrow was simply better. It usually wasn't. The difference was where it was put.
Examining two methods of knee injection. The left delivers fluid only to the joint space. The right targets the inflamed bone directly.
I am Dr. A.K. Venkatachalam at the Madras Joint Rejuvenation Center. Today is one short idea, one that lets you judge any knee injection you are ever offered, not by its name, by its address, where a knee is really destroyed from. We are taught to picture a worn knee from the top down, the cushion wearing thin on the surface. But much of the damage is driven from underneath. From the bone that sits just beneath the surface, the subchondral bone. That bone gets overloaded, irritated, inflamed. The trouble is often being driven from below, not only from the surface. And if that is where it is being driven from, then that is the address that matters. The same help, two different places. Now take the very same help, your own bone marrow. It can go to one of two addresses. One into the fluid of the joint, the easy place, a simple injection into the joint space.
In the joint space, the material is floating in fluid. It is washed and cleared quickly.
Two, into the bone marrow beneath, where the damage is actually being driven from.
The second is the bone underneath the cartilage.
Same marrow, two very different places. Placed in the joint fluid, it can calm things for a while. Many people do find better for a time. But if the trouble is being driven from the bone below, the help is sitting in the wrong room. This is the floor and this is the basement. Over the years, that difference tells. Put where the driver is, it reaches the source. Put only in the fluid, it never arrives there. In one long study that followed the same patients for years, far fewer of the knees treated in the bone came to a replacement than the knees treated only in the joint fluid. The same person, the same bone marrow, a different place. Let me be precise, because this is where honesty matters. What we place is not building you a new cushion. Nothing on earth regrows a worn out knee cushion today, and anyone promising that is not being straight with you. It does not regenerate your cartilage. It preserves what you still have by treating where the destruction is being driven from. And the help does not move in and take up residence. It is not a workforce laying down new cartilage. Think of it as a messenger. It arrives where the trouble is, it signals, and your body's own living cells answer. That is the entire reason the address matters. A messenger delivered to the wrong house never gets heard. The lesson: address, not ingredient. So here is the idea to carry with you. When you are offered a stem cell injection or a bone marrow injection or PRP, don't judge it by the ingredient on the label alone. Ask one question: where is it going? Into the joint or into the bone where the damage is being driven from? The ingredient matters. The address matters more. If your knee is worn, the honest first step is simply to find out where your damage is being driven from, because that is what decides where any treatment should go. That is something we can look at and tell you plainly. This idea sits inside the full method I have explained before. I'll point you to it. And next time, we'll take on the phrase every one of you has heard in a scan room: bone on bone, or the mechanical illusion. That is, a joint is worn out and needs to be replaced like a hinge, a worn out car part. It is not quite what you were led to believe. Until then, keep moving and look after the bone beneath the surface, not only the surface.